she was talking about on her show. Because they almost need to know, so they need to, so they'll know what you can, you know, what your exposure was. But I'm not going to say if you don't want to say it. But yeah,
I dropped off.
She was there. Huh?
We can hear you now.
I dropped off. Can you hear me?
No, you still there. We can hear you.
Because I had got out of the queue for a minute. I don't really want them to know what it is that I used to do because I used to do a lot of stuff.
You know what thing I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I ain't gonna.
You know, I basically I don't want to. You know, I'm trying my best to stay away from that.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all good. It's all good. This sister knows a lot. But she's a massive researcher herself. You know, she used to specialize in tracing people's ancestry. She gave it up because niggas don't do right. When it comes to paying folks, they don't act right. So, you know.
If I can say
tell them that?
what, yeah, if I can say what got me started doing genealogy was when I was at the Mormon Family Center. And the first thing they told me was, black people can only trace their families back so far. And then after that, you know, there's no record of it.
No accident?
Wow.
Well, the thing about it is that since we were considered property, there was records. They just didn't want anybody to know where they were.
That's interesting.
But our records were basically inside their records. They kept track of their property.
Yeah, they've done a lot. You know. I don't know what else to tell my people. Go ahead.
Well, the only thing that I keep thinking, you know, that keeps me going is that they will be really under wraps or underwater or whatever if more niggas go online.
Now,
the more niggas that come online, that is a threat.
That is the solution.
And I'm not talking about picking up an Uzi.
You know, that ain't gonna work.
I read a book recently, and I've got to get a hard copy for myself, Power versus Force. And in there, the guy explains that if you touch a moving train in the right place, you should be able to stop it in its tracks. So all those stories that we had.
She said it's power versus force.
That's power. Power always outmans force. They use force on us. What we need is power. What we need is power.
You need to activate your power. I told my listeners.
We're dormant power. You know, most of us don't know how to use it because we believe everything that they believe. And I keep telling people, how can you believe something of a person that says if you sail off far enough in the ocean, you'll drop off the end? They haven't changed. They still believe that. But the more niggas that come online, the more we actually will, without even thinking about it, a blink of the eye, we'll be able to shut this shit down.
That's what Brother Eaton says. The brother that I had called in, well, he called in my show one day and was sharing his experiences with his spiritual power. After doing his spiritual work, he's like, Yaffa, I don't know what niggas are waiting for. I guess they're waiting on Jesus to come back. I wish more of them would do what you said and do the soft bows and go away knees and get their power up, because all we need is a handful of people like me to shut this whole shit down, planetary, and stop it all. And I said, what do you think we need? One in every major city? He said, I don't think we need one in every major city. I said, what, one per state? He said, we might not need that many. But one per state, if one person in every state can do what I can do, it's all she wrote. It's over. And that's
what it is.
And it's free. Huh?
And what it is.
Go ahead, sister, and then I have a question after that.
Yeah, I was going to say what it is that most black people have to start understanding who and what they are when they talk about this whole thing about waiting for Christ to come back. Yeah, all of that stuff is true. What it is that they disguise it, because when you're talking about Christ, you're talking about the Christ chakra, the heart chakra. If you can get your kundalini up high enough, you can do a whole lot of things. Anyway, that's all I had to say.
I have
Thank
a
you for
question.
calling. Appreciate this.
Thank you,
for having me.
For you,
Okay.
Dr. Yaffa, from another people like this. Thanks for calling in. Another listener who's out of the country, who asked you a question about the spiritual work that you talk about on your other shows. What happens to I guess our people, melanin rich people, who have done their spiritual work? What kind of things should they be expecting to happen to them? I guess spiritually and also, around them, if I'm not mistaken.
Everybody's different.
Right.
See, you arrive on the planet. This is one of the reasons why they want children raised as babies, to try to, as the sister was saying, cause your personality to split and things like that. But when you arrive on this planet, you are so close to the Creator. You come in already knowing what Creator sent you here for. And the more you're around these adults, especially the ones raping you and tormenting you, the more you start to get disconnected to what it is you came here to do for the planet, for everyone on the planet. And a lot of your powers are active when you get here, because, when my baby got here, he could talk. He was talking to me. And around 3 months old, all of a sudden he stopped talking, and it was all about this goo-goo gaga shit. And I'm like, okay, what happened to you? I guess he didn't realize he wasn't supposed to be talking. And I guess one of the ancestors or so-called angels or whatever you want to call them was like, you're not supposed to talk and let her know you can talk. So all of a sudden he went from talking to this goo-goo gaga goo-goo shit. Then his dad and I fell out once, and I had to leave him with his godmother temporarily for a minute. He wasn't 1 year old yet, or maybe he wasn't able to really walk yet. But I left him with them in another city, because he had seen me and his dad get into a physical scuffle, and we separated temporarily. So I left him with his godmom and goddad. And they were having a party. Now, he's a baby, and nobody's paying a lot of attention. They were having a daytime party or dinner or something in the living room, and they had put him down to bed in the downstairs, downstairs. Next thing they know, this barely toddling dude, who never did nothing more than the Google Gaga, Mama Dada business, came upstairs, and I guess he was like, what the hell, my mom, that nigga been gone too damn long. I love y'all and all that, but this is bullshit, right? So he came up the stairs, and he walked into the middle of the living room, and he said, and now my birth certificate name is Sharon, right? So he said, where's my mother, Sharon? Girl, everybody was like, huh? What? Their mouths were shut, and they were like, did this nigga just walk in and speak a complete sentence? And I was like, I told you he could talk, but all of a sudden one day he just stopped talking on me. So he came here from the Creator ready to go. And, I wasn't the best mother. I wasn't the worst mother, but I probably messed him up along the way, and then putting him in preschool really made a mess of shit. But I'm on the phone, baby. Gone. When you come here, what your power is going to be different. But most of our people are so gung-ho religion that religion stopped you from activating and building and wielding your power that the Creator gave you. Okay? The Creator gave you power, and you let religion take it away from you. Things like, for some people, and everybody that goes online is going to go on with a different power. Some people, when they activate their power, they will be able to lay their hands on people and heal them. Other people, when they activate, now, you can activate multiple powers, because Brother Eaton has multiple powers. However, Brother Eaton, he's a brother that, if you listen to the American Empire Restored show and listen to the spiritual part, he's a listener that calls in and shares his early spiritual experiences. Hell, the way that nigga done got now is some scary shit. That's all I can say. However, different people are going to activate one power first over others. Some people, the power they activate will be able to bend spoons. Other people will be activated power where they can totally disrupt all electronics. You know, they can make computers shut down. They can make them work just by being near them. Like I got one homegirl that I've told, and I've seen it with my own eyeballs, okay? She can go to the airport. They almost need a naked machine for her, but she can probably shut that shit down too. She can go to the airport and have a whole pocket full of keys, car keys, house keys, and go, watch this. Put her keys in her pocket. She'll watch this shit not see. And go through the metal detectors and nothing. And then she can go, watch this. Here, take all my metal. I don't have nothing on me metal. Watch me make this shit go off. Go through the metal detector. Beep, 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 beep. Seriously. Wow. There are people that the first thing that they'll activate will be the capacity to see people that are departed on the other side. Other people, and now back in the day, they used to call these kind of people witches and shit like this. Mm-hmm. But it's not that you're witches, it's that your power is in tune. Other people, the first thing that they activate will be the capacity to feel how other people are feeling. You know, when they get it. Now, I got that bad. If I get around somebody and I spend too much time around them, like if I get on the bus, I'm fine. I sit next to somebody, and all of a sudden my head starts hurting. If I happen to start talking to that person, you know, say, hi, how you doing? And they're like, oh, I'm fine. I just got a little headache. And I'll be like, oh, okay, this headache I'm picking up is your shit, you know. Mm-hmm. And then when I get, you know, once I realize that I can make it go away, or I get off the bus and get away from them, then the headache goes away because I'm feeling other people's feelings. I'm a little too empathetic. That's why I said my heart, when I heard about what happened in Nigeria, my heart actually started to hurt. My chest began to ache for these babies. But there are other people that with the first thing that they activate is the ability to hear other people's thoughts. You know, I got a brother, one of the powers he activated, he didn't even know this is what it was. I had to tell, he was like, yo, I'm having these very vivid dreams. And it's to the point now where I can dream a dream in full detail and have somebody that was in the dream call me and say, yo, man, I had a dream about you last night, and recant to me verbatim the exact same dream that I had. And I'm like, that is not dreaming. That is an astral encounter. But people that have these kind of powers, there are people that have the ability to move their hands and make things move, or with their thoughts make things move. So, you know, you got people that will be able to activate a power where they can start seeing through walls. I mean, it's really trippy, the kinds of things that people, especially melanin-rich people, have the power to do. But we're not the only people that can do it. Other people can do it too, but they have to be the type of people that spend any amount of time working on their own spiritual evolution. Unfortunately, too many other people spend most of their time trying to figure out how to kill us off instead of trying to figure out how to evolve themselves. Okay? Well, we're trying to do us, everybody else is trying to do us in. So if you get where you start focusing in and tuning in and building your power and wielding your power, you know, some people have the power to be in one place and be seen in another place. You know, my mom's in the hospital and people think she might die, and I don't have the money to get there. They can actually emit so much of their astral substance that people will call it teleporting, but it's really a volume of astral substance where the person that's in the hospital on the verge of dying actually sees you there, is talking to you, and believing that you're present with them and that they're not dying alone because you don't have the money to get there on a plane or a bus or a train or to drive there, so you get there in your astral form, and they see you, encounter you, and talk to you, and they don't die alone. But this is stuff that melanin-rich people are so damn afraid of, because the European Christian religion that was shoved down your throat, or shoved down our throat, tells you to stay away from that. Oh, that's the devil's work. That's witchcraft, magic, and voodoo. Well, I've already exposed that this whole thing y'all call the Christianity and Christian church is really the devil's work if you do your damn due diligence. But, you know, a lot of people ain't ready for that. I need to watch what I say. I keep forgetting my show. My listeners already know. They are caught up, and you can't bring religion to the vast majority. Those that are all caught up, they ain't trying to hear about none of them religion. They don't care which one it is. Hebrew Israelites, Mormon Science Temple, Islam, and Muslim mosque, and Christian church, and Judaism. They don't want to hear any of it, none of it. But I understand those people that's where you are. You are where you are, and it's a journey. You have to evolve and progress every day in every way your own in the journey you're going in.